Yeah, Emerald Princess cruise ship, pretty big. All right, we're headed down to the pier to catch the boat to Alcatraz. An exciting day there. Just another picture close up. Man. All right, we're at the deep part place. Alcatraz landing. Go scan the QR code to get on the boat right here. 11 o'clock. This is not us, is it? Oh, we're on the boat.
A self-guiding trail. An orientation video. Native American occupation videos.
He wants to buy the smile.
Yeah. So that's the Golden Gate over there. It's pretty nice here. Yeah, you could have your house here, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Electric shop.
Like where the Warden lived?
I guess. So there's where they imprisoned the Confederate soldiers.
Is that maybe for the guards' families?
Huh. That's it over there. Huh. I guess we ask when we get in here.
lever called the clutch, and then I open it with this lever called the hammer. Okay? Well, nothing opened yet, but when I lift this back up, that's when doors open. When I pull it down, that's when they close. Okay? So I can do multiple doors at a time. I'll close the one I just opened, but I will open number 3 and number, if I can see in there, oops, I might have done, I think I'm opening 2 and 3, it's a little hard to see, okay? So I've selected and clutched all those doors, getting them ready, and when I cycle this, it closes doors when I push the lever down, it opens them when I pull the lever back up again, okay? This box controls 13 doors, half the doors in the row, and I can mix and match any combination like you just saw me do with these 3. Okay? And then, let me get those 2 back closed. Suppose that it's a meal time and I want to let everybody out all at once. I don't have to do it one at a time like I've been showing you. There's a special setting that I've just selected to open and close them all at once, okay? And this time, I clutch them. Oh, by the way, the important thing about this system that I hope you sort of come to appreciate is, because I think it's special about it, it's totally mechanical. It's just gears and levers and me operating. That's it. No hidden motor, no hidden power source, nothing else, okay? That totally mechanical. Okay, so I'm on the all settings. I have, I'll show it one more time. And when I pull this, when I push this lever back up, get your cameras ready, because all 13 doors are going to open. On the count of 3. Looks like it's pretty much ready. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And all the men would have come out, turned like this. Thank you, but we're going to close them. Turned like this to make a straight line. They would have stayed in that order. Whether they're going this direction or coming back, they would have been in that same order. Right. In 20 minutes, and you have to be back here, and you can't just, you're not on your own, you have to go with the line, okay? And so, when they get back, and they're ordered to step into their cells, then they're closed, and that's how I'll end. On that big setting, enable them again, and pull this lever down. Think about how these men, hearing this sound, every day over and over again, just pounded into their heads the dead end they've come to here on Alcatraz. I hope that is as sobering for you as it always is for me. Thanks for listening. And
So this is visitation.
that's my wife, I'm not here.
Oh. Excuse me.
Creepy.
Okay, Frank Morris's cell.
Now at Atlanta, to say that he wasn't bribing the guards, he had nice rugs in his room, a couch, a radio that he could listen to. Visitors could come and go as they please. His family even got an apartment just outside of Atlanta Federal Penitentiary. Said to be still running his operations from that cell. Well, this is now 1934, and the Federal Bureau of Prisons had a place for Al Capone. Him, along with another 100 inmates, were boarded onto a train in Atlanta, and that train started heading west, towards California, towards Alcatraz Island. When it came over the Sierras, they split that train car into two to prevent an escape attempt. They sent one train car down to the South Bay, one to the North Bay, and they rolled that North Bay train car onto a barge that was custom built to house trains. And they pushed that entire barge all the way out to Alcatraz Island. He never got off the train. So he got on in Atlanta, and he got off right on the dock where your boat did. There's photos of train cars right here on the dock of Alcatraz, and Al Capone, among with other inmates, stepping down here to Alcatraz. Now, his first order of business, as all inmates here on the rock were brought in, they were searched, given a shower, had their photo taken, new set of clothes, and brought to their cell where they'd find a rule book. And there's a few things that were granted to you here as an inmate on Alcatraz: food, shelter, and medical care. Outside of that, everything here was a privilege that you had to earn. You had to earn the ability to go to the recreation yard. You had to earn the ability to get a job. Life was tough here. But Al Capone wanted to make it easier for himself, just as he did in Atlanta. First order of business was to meet personally with Warden Johnston. Wonder what he wanted to talk to him about. That was denied, as were other attempts to meet with the warden. Now, during the brief few conversations that he was able to have and speak with the warden, it fell on deaf ears. Al Capone was quoted that Alcatraz has finally got me licked. Now, he developed syphilis when he was in Chicago. And at the time, there was no treatment for syphilis, and that spread to his brain while he was incarcerated here. An inmate at Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary becomes so famous. Alaska, a brand new state. Robert Stroud was living there at the time and committed a murder. Now, there was no court system set up in Alaska yet, so he was tried in federal court, which is how he became a federal inmate for a murder. Normally, that's handled by the states. Now, he was to go to your local bookstore and find from Robert Stroud the Birdman. And at the time, he was really the only person doing studies on canaries. And people who had them as their own pet would write to Robert Stroud. And they would receive responses back. Great pen pal. The guards allowed this. Raised about 300 birds at Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary, and Burt Lancaster, a filmmaker, heard about this and created a movie called The Birdman of Alcatraz. His popularity and notoriety skyrocketed. And Robert Stroud again approached him, pleading to allow his mother to come visit. Denied, and gave him another write-up for stepping out of the line. Upset Robert Stroud even further. As he sat back down at his table in the dining hall with hundreds of other inmates, another inmate tapped his leg, passed him a prison shank. Robert Stroud got up from that table to have a third final conversation with that guard. Once again asked him for visitation, which was denied. Robert Stroud stabbed and murdered that guard in front of hundreds of other inmates at Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary. He was tried and convicted for the murder and sentenced to life in prison, or excuse me, sentenced to death. His mother petitioned the First Lady of the United States. She went to Washington, D.C. personally and was able to have lunch with her. This was a different time. Now that sentence was then commuted down to life in prison with solitary confinement. Because of that, he was then transferred to Alcatraz. His job was to unload military laundry. Now, laundry was a big business there. This was a majority of the inmates that wash clothes down in the industry field.
Here's where you get your food.
See the menu?
Oh yeah, looks good.
A full sergeant's uniform. And in 1946,
1963.
Do you want to continue listening?
sounded the alarm, checked the boat's departure records, and realized that a laundry boat had just left. Now John Giles, thinking of that.
As always, they have a store. Please use hand sanitizer. It makes me itch all over, especially my nose. Whoops. E&G Baker.
I figured just sit down.
Looking for the England brothers. Escape 13.
Ready?
Yeah.
Your cousins.
Well, that's what family reunion always said.
Yeah.
The England brothers were distant relatives or cousins, second, third cousins, or whatever. I can't see
John
with the
and
glare.
Clarence. Oh, here. Can I take
It's
it
a
out?
lot of glare on there.
Oh.
That's okay. My claim to fame. They went to Brazil.
Supposedly.
I can't get it. It's too blown out with the light.
Oh. I'm gonna
That's
see
okay.
if I can do.
Quite a nice store. Pretty big store, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Look at there's pictures of them.
Yeah, I got the dummy heads on top and then the bottom. Yep, two England brothers and John Morris. Birdman. He's the Arthur that wrote the book. Former prisoner, I guess. And that's him? Mm-hmm. William G. Baker, Arthur. Huh.
Which is it?
Oh, that was him?
William G. Baker wrote it.
Yeah. Kathy's going to get an autograph of the former prisoner who wrote this book. Alcatraz, prison number 1259. That's him.
I think it
And magnets, coffee cups, mugs, and just everything you can think of.
Lived an honest living, then I wanted
Well,
a book.
it looks like he might have now if he wrote the book.
Well, yeah, he's like dad.
Huh?
I said now he has, but
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. The bad thing is with our guided tour, we couldn't, I don't know how the video turns out. Not much
'cause
narration
they can't
because we were,
hear it,
yeah,
yeah.
we were listening to the headphones. Just put a lot of music on it. Or you can narrate it.
yeah, right.
William Baker, meet former inmate and Arthur. That's where we just were. Right? Well, it's a nice picturesque setting here.
Donde entramos, en donde llegamos, ahí en el barco.
En los baños ahí, en los baños ahí.
Ahí me hablan. Hey, métanse y les van a dar unos audífonos. Cuídense.
Well,
Les van a dar, se llama audio.
This
it's a boat to pick us up. Baby, now you can appreciate Barney Fife's reference to the Rock when you got into Mayberry jail. It was the Rock.
yeah. But
Reference
that'd
to-
be bringing you
Yeah.
lunch
Reference to Alcatraz. Because
Yeah.
his jail was just as tough. My hero, Barney. Call me. I had a client one time that always called me Andy. I said, "Where you come at? Because you're Andy Griffith."
Yeah.
I said, "No," but she knew me. But she always called me Andy. It was so funny. I got a picture of the outside when we first arrived. See if you got any dead bodies in there, babe.
Gross.
Oh,
Is that a heater like where they were cremated?
no, probably where they
You see
put the that's probably when they sucked all the blood out of them and put the embalming fluid in them. Yeah,
Now we came this way. What's that?
we went up to the top and went in. That's where we went in.
No, we came this way to the water tower and we walked up there to get in.
Up there, okay. Well, I don't know. Let's walk up there and see.
We don't have to go up there.
Let's walk up there and see. Well, that's about all there is at Alcatraz. I really,
The next boat's one through.
really, I thought they said boats left every 30 minutes.
They do.
Okay.
The Ohio Reform.
Yeah, the Ohio Reformatory movie with Shawshank Redemption. That was a better, more interesting prison, I think. More of a dungeon there. And we did a video on that too some time ago. Got some wind coming in at us. Whoa. Hey, bird. What are you doing?
You're pretty.
My goodness.
You're on the rock.
Yeah. Okay. the line to get on a boat when the boat finally gets here in about 15 minutes. Welcome, United States or United Indian Property. National Park. And it's arriving. Finally, we get out of jail. Our boat to freedom, babe. All right, Catherine's in the back. I'm in the front. She's going to join me. Ready to go. All right.
Fisherman's Wharf, the historic center of San Francisco's fishing industry. During your stay in San Francisco, consider visiting our other national park sites.
This is nice out here. That's the Oakland Bridge. It's funny how it picks up the wind here. We're back. Okay. This is John Muir replica. Okay. Thousands of people going and coming every 30 minutes, boatloads. Man, those sausages out here are starting to smell good now.